I think.
Thank you, Dr. Pavan, for that wonderful presentation and for being a sport taking all those questions. I think we are running out of time, so we'll probably quickly switch over to the last case. A case of left lower lobe mass lesion where the concepts that Dr. Pavan has just spoken about, staging EBUS is going to be demonstrated. So this is a 57-year-old lady with no comorbidities, of course, from Hyderabad, a homemaker. And she's got this past history of TB in 2018. So
I will just present her quickly. Basically, she has a right lower lobe mass. Planned for a surgical resection, referred for staging EBUS. So that is in crisp what it is. So the imaging has not shown very big lymph nodes, but it is a central mass, hilar mass. So I think we will switch over to the OT transmission and quickly of how they will do. Whether they'll find a node or not. So this was actually a PET negative in the sense there is no other mediastinal nodes which are positive other than the mass. Hello?
So I think they're already in out there in the OT. Can the OT hear us? Do we have some sound from the OT? Yes. So from whatever we've discussed in the morning and from Pavan's presentation, if this is a left lower lobe mass, our staging should usually start from the right side. So
it's a right lower lobe mass.
Oh, right lower lobe mass. So we'll start our staging from the left side.
So Pradeep, can you take over and talk?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So Pradeep, it's a right lower lobe mass, no?
Yes, sir. It's a right lower lobe mass.
So now we're doing the staging EBUS. And
So, sir, I am at the carina now. I am first visualizing the 11L node. So, I am in the left main bronchus. I am now going towards that's the secondary carina. I am going into the left lower lobe. That is the left hilar vessel, and we can see B lines below that. Doppler. So that's the vessel that we are seeing there. There is no lymph node that we are able to visualize at 11L station.
Can you clear the endovision once and try once again? Yeah. So in a staging EBUS, more often than not, you won't find very big nodes. Unlike a diagnostic EBUS, so in staging EBUS, you may not find a node, or even if you find a node, there will be small subcentimetry nodes. So in this case also, he is trying to find the 11L node if at all it is there, because 11L becomes N3.
Doppler.
And that is also
vessel. So there is no 11L node here, sir.
Okay.
So I am back at the carina.
10L also you try to see.
Yes, sir. So now this is the pulmonary artery. I'll just give some balloon for better apposition. Doppler. That's also a vessel. As you can see, I am well into the LMB now. I have almost reached the distal LMB. Remove Doppler.
Also,
This
the
is
node
the-
does not seem to be here.
Yes, Doppler. This is the 4L. No distinct margins seen.
So in the previous cases, we have been seeing several modalities to improve the image quality. Those will come to good use only in such kind of node when it is very
Remove
small
the Doppler.
and we need precision when we puncture using a needle. So this is an indistinct kind of soft tissue lesion, not a clear node. And the moment which we put in a sheet, we might not be able to even see this node, especially at 4M.
Soft tissue sort of a thing.
It's a
No
soft tissue.
distinct-
There is no distinct margins there. So this patient, now I will be seeing the 4R node.
Seven from the left side.
Okay.
What about 7?
So I am seeing 7 from the left side. That is not 7. That's not a node. Doppler. So we are only seeing soft tissue here. We are not seeing a lymph node. Remove Doppler. As you can see, the similar tissue, multiple layers, is just continuing throughout.
Pradeep, can you again go back to the endosomal view and go into the left main bronchus to again show us the subcarinal?
Sure, sir.
Yeah.
So this is the trachea.
Yes.
Now I am going into the left main bronchus.
Yeah,
I'm in
so that's a lymph node, isn't it?
That is most that is esophageal wall, sir.
More proximal, a little more proximal. Yes.
That is the esophageal wall, sir, that we can see that is continuing downwards. As we go down, the same wall is continuing and we can see multiple layers. Yes, truncate opacities, so which you typically see in the esophagus. As I am seeing from the left, there is a good chance of seeing the esophagus.
That one. As you started coming out, we were able to see one. Yes,
This one is a small node. So this is in the pretracheal region, sir. Precarinal node. Yeah. So 4R.
Pradeep, 7 is not there, so show the precarinal and the 4R.
Okay. So I am just 1 centimeter above the carina. I have deflated the balloon now. Now we can see a small oval node here.
4R.
CHS is clearly seen. Remove Doppler and wait. Yeah. So you can see in the just adjacent to the mucosa, the bronchial wall, you can see a small oval shape. That is the 4R lymph node. Just measure the size. So it's a sub-centimeter node, long axis being 7.2 and short axis only 4 mm. So this is
Pratik, can you go on to the right main bronchus also? There seems to be some narrowing there.
Sir, there is some narrowing of the right main bronchus, and we did a check bronchoscopy before the procedure.
Okay. So can the EBUS go and see the 7 from the right
Yes, sir.
side?
Basically, we are not able to see a right lower lobe.
Okay.
In this case,
That is why the mass is there.
there is a complete cutoff.
There is a subterminal node from here. There.
Yeah. So there is a small node here, Doppler. Yeah, vessel running through the center of it. And surrounded by vascular structures.
So I think in staging, the important thing is to search for the nodes. You are likely to get similar nodes because this is a PET negative medicinal where we wanted to do a surgery and then the staging EBUS is being done. So you wouldn't expect huge nodes like the earlier cases. This is the important thing which we have to learn. So staging EBUS is technically a little more difficult than a diagnostic EBUS. So in staging EBUS, you are likely to get small nodes. You have to be more thorough with the anatomy, and then you should learn to sample such small nodes also. So I think from this case we can learn that point. So Pratik, now you have a 4R and a small 7. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
So N3 node is not there.
No, sir.
N2 nodes, 2 nodes we have found, but both are subcentimetric.
Yes.
But nevertheless, I think we should sample. So now for the sake of time, I think because the sampling technique is going to be the same for anything, I think you can the main point of showing this case was how to screen for a staging EBUS. The
Yes,
DNA procedure is the same as what we have shown in the case 1. So I think you can continue the procedure.
Yes,
and we will wind up. Dr. Deepesh. Azygous vein. Dr. Deepesh wants to see the azygous vein.
1 second, sir. Let me just.
So SVC, go down and trace the SVC till the azygous vein.
This is the SVC.
So and from the
Here is the azygous vein, sir. We can see it draining.
You slowly come back and show it joining the SVC.
Here we can see it joining the SVC.
Yeah. Slowly come up.
That is the SVC down, sir. This is the azygous.
Okay. I think here not seeing the communication, but nevertheless.
No, here, sir.
Yeah, sure.
Open Doppler.
You can see the wall also.
Remove Doppler.
Okay. So I think hope everybody is still awake. And if any last questions to the operators. मारो सर.
क्या दिखाना है?
इधर कुछ आप कुछ और नहीं चाहिए.
In the sense, similar sample as Dr. Pawan has said, every node has to be sent separately. Earlier we were also sometimes mixing the nodes in the sense if we sample 2 and 2 we used to make the slides separately but make a one cell block. But now after Dr. Pawan's talk probably we will send them separately because multi-nodal N2 and single N2 are different.
2 or 3 N2 labeling them on an endosonography.
So that is going more technical, but yes. So N2, I think it is always better to send the cell block separately to sampling multiple. N3 it doesn't matter, N1 doesn't matter. So I think, but nevertheless you should
This multi-station disease at this point in time is quite an evolving area. So if your surgeon is, I mean, you will probably get less than 5% of your entire EBUS on that particular point where you are stuck. But if your surgeon is one of those aggressive types who will go ahead and make that big difference, in the patient's life, then I think it's a good idea to do it. I mean, but as a protocol, I think we should all go ahead and start doing single versus multi-station N2 labeling and sample collection.
So before we stop the live transmission, I think we should thank all the staff there, the anesthetists. Huge round of applause. the sisters who have been there helping us, because we cannot do a procedure without a good bronchoscopic technician. So we are lucky to have them who have been supporting us several years, and also the bronchoscopy suite technicians, OT technicians. So and our team. So I think it is not just the it is not just that is tomorrow. The final time given is tomorrow. And so it is not just the operator. You need to have the team with you who are skilled. The pathologists were there. The pathology technician was there. So we had anesthetists, the bronchoscopists, the bronchoscopy assistants, the sisters, the technicians, the
multi-station entrance there in this patient.
So I think it is always a group effort.
It's a non-operable case.
Thank everyone for
non-operable cases.
the wonderful projection. Pradeep.
Yes, sir.
I thank. Pradeep.
Yes, sir.
Hear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I think we will stop the live transmission.
Yes, sir.
Anything else you want to tell us?
Oh, that's it, sir. Nothing else.
Yeah, so he's now sampling these sub-centimetric notes. That will take some time. We will stop the live transmission.
So the one last thing I wanted to add was that the N3 node is labeled separately, N2 is labeled separately, and N1. And between passes, we need to rinse the needle with a saline so that to avoid a contamination. Previously, people used to try different needles at different stations, so that is not practically possible. So we at least rinse it after each station so that we don't mix up.
So that brings us to the end of today's EBUS Conclave. I think we have covered a wide variety of sessions. So we have started from the anatomy, then the gadgets, then we learned the technique, then the pathologist part, the rows, pros. We've seen, I think, the almost all spectrum of procedures, biopsies, TBNAs, the EUS, EUS, the elastography, the newer advances in EUS, and how to stage the mediastinum, how to search for the nodes. I think that is for today. I would thank all the people for coming.